In today's video, I'm going to be sharing 10 different things not to waste your money on, either because I've already done it for you or because I've been enlightened enough not to do it yet. I'm Ziva Lennox. Welcome back to my channel, focusing on classic style, how to look and feel your best after 40. Let's get right to it. So the first thing not to waste your money on are shoes that you can't walk in. That's one thing that I have managed to waste my money on because I either fell victim to marketing and advertising or just because I really did believe that I could walk in those shoes. And even though I've taken some very lovely pictures for my blog and my Instagram profile, I haven't really gotten much use of them. And other than being dropped off directly at dinner and picked off immediately after, I literally cannot walk in these shoes. I can think of two examples off the top of my head that I have fallen victim to. First are the So Cape by Vuitton, which are literally like jewelry for your feet. They are absolutely exquisite. They look like a work of art. They are better artwork, probably just to place like on top of a book or something like that. You can tell by the bottoms of it how much I've worn these shoes. Usually, I don't know if you've had Louboutins before, but by now you can usually, this is all black, this is all torn up. I've worn these shoes maybe 5 times and I've been miserable every single time. Have I looked great and gotten some looks? Yes, probably, but is it worth the $800 I think it is for them? I'm not sure. It's up to you. If you're practical and also just want to look good while you're walking, these are definitely not the right choice. I think that it's always so uncomfortable when you see somebody in high heels like hobbling along. I don't think that's a really good look at all. It doesn't make you look confident. It doesn't make you look stylish. And if you can't fake it, like usually I can fake it for like a minute or so and then I can't and I just have to sit down. The other shoes that are related to this are my YSL logo heels that are very similar in feel and discomfort as these. They are also beautiful pieces of artwork. Again, probably not the right shoe if you want to have a really high quality shoe that you'll wear and you'll get the ROI on. The second thing not to waste your money on is hair boosting things like thickeners and that kind of thing. I think that there are some shampoos that can absolutely help your scalp health and that truly have ingredients that fortify your scalp and your follicles and all of that, and that's amazing. I think that it's much better to have like a clean brand of shampoo that does all of that, and it does it with herbs. For example, I love Mane & Tail's Herbal Grow, which really helps do that. However, you see some of these shampoos promising fuller, thicker, more growth hair, and that is just not gonna happen. Like, I think that you should stop wasting money on that because I have never seen anybody have great results with any product that promises to boost their hair. As it relates to hair loss, I think that there are a few things you can do aside from promoting health in your actual scalp and hair follicles, but I haven't found a supplement that will do that. So just be wary of people that are promising that you will have hair growth miraculously if you use their product. The third thing to stop wasting money on is expensive luggage. Not only does that scream, rob my luggage, rob my suitcase, or maybe kidnap me, it's just not a great way to spend your money. Other than arriving at the airport and everybody thinking you're loaded, it's not really like, I don't really think that is a very wise way to spend money. So I'd much rather have something that's high quality and it doesn't scream, steal my luggage, than to spend a ton of money on like these Louis Vuitton, whole luggage sets that cost as much as a car. If you're able to do that, you have the dispensable income and you really love the design of it, then by all means go for it. But if you're trying to save up for something special, I wouldn't spend my money on that. The fourth thing not to spend your money on are trendy fashion items. These are the ultimate fashion victim in me. I got them highly influenced by my Fashion Week curriculum and seeing these really consistently hitting the ground running literally for years and thinking to myself, I need them. And I haven't worn them a lot. I remember the first time that I really wore them was when I went on a trip to Japan and my husband and I were running to catch our flight. I forgot why we were running late. And I was running through the airport and these, you cannot run in them. Like, you will look very, very uncomfortable and they are unflattering. You can walk in them, you can walk fast in them. They're still very clunky, they're so heavy. And now they're really like not in at all. Like, I still wear them just because I paid so much money for them and also because I can't seem to let go of them emotionally. Like I haven't sold them on Poshmark yet, but you know, whenever I do wear them, they're not stylish. I think a way more stylish sneaker to get is more functional, smaller, sleeker. You can even see my review of when I first got these. I was between these and a Valentino. I'll make sure to link it because I wish that I would have gone with the Valentino sneaker. It was very, very thin and sleek and classic, and it didn't look like I was a goof, you know, like big goofy feet, so tacky. But I'm stuck with them, and until I decide to sell them on Poshmark, I'm just not gonna beat myself up too much for it. But I try to remind myself of this trend whenever something happens and I see something really trendy going on right now, and I'm like, remember your triple S Balenciaga sneakers. And so I say no. The fifth thing not to spend money on are things that are gonna fit you later. If it doesn't fit you today, then don't spend your money on it, because what ends up happening is it's gonna sit in your closet, accumulating dust, and by the time you're ready to wear it, if ever, it's gonna be out of style. 80% of the time where I've bought something that I thought I'm going to eventually fit in it. A few years ago, I was about 20 pounds heavier because I had adrenal fatigue and I was working out my body too hard and I wasn't taking care of my body, and I was just a little heavier than I am now, and I would always buy things for the weight that I wanted to be. And 80% of the time I ended up not using it because by the time it was time to wear it and by the time I fit into it, it's out of style, it's just looks old. So it's just better to not get it, and instead reward yourself for when you do reach your goal, whatever that is, whether it's gaining weight or losing weight. Reward yourself for achieving the goal and getting an item that you will wear today, or even celebrate the small wins. So if you're like on a weight loss plan and you, for example, lose 10 pounds, then go get something that fits you today, and then so on and so forth. And maybe pick some items that are going to be more forgiving as you continue your weight loss or weight gain journey. Number 6, things to not waste money on are gifts from your significant other that you are not into. So this is a hard one because I am constantly in the situation, a very hard person to gift because I have very specific tastes and I don't like to waste money, and I also have a lot of things that are gifted to me and things like that. So when my husband chooses to give me something, it's always a little bit of a stressful situation. He's still like not super in tune, even after like 17 years of being together, of exactly what I'm going to like. So some of the times like he'll give me something and he'll like maybe nail the brand. Like for Christmas, it was these beautiful diamond and silver diamond Yurman earrings. I love David Yurman. I think it's a brand that I have a couple of pieces from. I put them on. Sure enough, they looked beautiful. I'm like, wow, he noticed that I love like a hoop kind of structure. Everything was really there. However, once I put them on, they were so heavy. They just brought my whole earlobe down. And I thought to myself, I cannot accept these for how much I know they are. I'd much rather just send them back and hurt feelings momentarily, but not just put them away. So I think it's really important to have that dialogue with your partner or whoever gifts you something massive, just to say, that is not my taste. Can I just switch it for something similar? I know some people might disagree. I know my mother certainly disagrees. She says you should absolutely accept it. It's a piece of jewelry. It's beautiful. It's a fine piece. There was a lot of thought put into it. I totally understand. I just can't live with myself knowing that I have thousands of dollars worth of fine jewelry or items that I'm not going to wear. So I think that's a really important thing to kind of decide for yourself, but that's just one thing that I've chosen not to waste money on. Another thing not to waste your money on is drugstore makeup. There are exceptions. I love playing around with lipsticks, and actually I have found that there's some lipsticks that are so superior when they are drugstore lipsticks. So I'm not knocking all of drugstore makeup. However, there are some exceptions, and if you find a really high quality piece that you like, I would just keep buying that instead of trying to make it cheaper, because sometimes it just doesn't work out. For example, I've always loved the NARS multiple stick, and I knew that I should get it, but I was like, you know what? It was when I think it was right after I did the Madison Beer tutorial video. I was like, I want to play around with just like different blush sticks again. And I saw this at the drugstore. It's the Revlon, and it kind of promises the same things as the multiple does, to be able to be worn like lips, cheeks, eyes, all that stuff. And this is the NARS equivalent, right? And it's just such a different texture. Like it's like no contest. Like this NARS just sinks right into my skin. It looks luminous, and this one it looks like child's, like kid paint. It's really hard to explain. This one just like sinks in, and this one is just like not the same quality. So I have worn this maybe twice, and that's it. And so it's just a waste of money. So I think that sometimes quality is really important, especially as it comes to skincare. And skincare, I don't even dabble in drugstore makeup. Like I'm just like, no. I will dabble in makeup, but I've learned my lessons, and so I think Revlon does great lipsticks. It does great like eyeliner at times, but when it comes to eyeshadows and this kind of like foundation and sticks and things, I have found it lacking. The 8th thing not to waste money on are designer sunglasses. I know some people are going to disagree with me. It's such a status symbol. They're a classic. They're accessories. I love spending money on accessories. I think that it's money wisely spent most of the time. However, sunglasses, number one, they are so trendy that they go in and out of style every season, it feels like. Number two, all of them are made kind of the same material with a few exceptions. I had one from Morgenthau Fredericks that was so well made. It was like that tortoise, like acetone, like really heavy duty. It was like jewelry sunglasses. I had a collaboration with them. I was gifted a beautiful pair of $600 sunglasses. They were so heavy on my nose. Like they were no question high quality, but they were so heavy that like I could wear them like 20 minutes at a time. Max. As luck would have it, I left them in an Uber in like 2019, and so I thought to myself, if these glasses had been $20 sunglasses, I would have never forgotten them in an Uber, ever. For some reason, the minute that they're investment sunglasses, I lose them like this. But if they're like the $12 Amazon kind, I will have those things forever. So just kind of something to keep in mind. They're so easy to lose. I don't know anybody who hasn't lost a pair of sunglasses before, and they go in and out of style. And not to mention, number 3, the cheaper ones tend to be a little lighter, which is a little bit more forgiving on your nose and easier to wear around. Number 9, for things to stop wasting money on, are buying things that you already have. And you might be thinking, Ziba, I already have it, why would I buy it again? Take a look at your closet, go in there right now, take a notepad, jot down how many times you have bought a little black dress, a t-shirt, whatever it is that you tend to gravitate towards. I am so guilty of it. I have bought the same t-shirt so many times. I have bought the same little black dress so many times. I have bought the same kind of pair of relaxed, torn boyfriend jeans so many times. We know what we like. We buy it over and over again. Take inventory. Sometimes I go in there and dig and I'm like, oh my goodness, this has a tag on it. I didn't even wear it. It's one of those like classic Ziba items that I love to buy over and over again, and I already have it. For example, last night, couldn't sleep, so in Carbon 38 was having a sale, which is like my favorite athleisure website to go to. I'll make sure to give you a discount code. I was on there, I had a shop for sneakers for my fitness classes, and I was about to buy the same tank top that I already have, like 10 different versions of. Thank goodness I stopped myself and I said, okay, stop, put it down. You got your sneakers, and I also got some beautiful leopard print, like gold and white leggings, just saying. But I was able to kind of like delete the item from my cart, and I was so proud. I was like, I already have this item. And it's so cute, and this one was slightly different. But I just was like, no, I have to start somewhere. I'm gonna stop wasting money on buying the same tank top over and over again. And number 10, stop buying women's razors. They don't work. They're pink and they're marketed to us, and they have these fancy names like Venus and like, you know, Chic this, and they don't work. They always either give me a razor burn, cut me, or they don't remove my hair accurately. I started using men's razors, I think as soon as I got married, and I was like, you know what? This Mach 3, all day long. Now I have my own Mach 3. It works perfectly. There's other brands that you could use. Men's razors are just superior. I don't know why they get preferential treatment. I guess they kind of do. They're shaving their face, but I don't know why they can't mimic the same technology for women. But just stop buying women's razors and you'll be a lot happier. And you can have one thing in common with your SO. At least one. With all this money you save, make sure to check out my luxury bags review for investment items that you can give you my honest opinion on a lot of the bags that I've worn over the last few years, as well as my money saving tips on how I afford luxury items. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit like if you had fun with me today. Have a great day.